I always say hey gang. That's my thing. Shouldn't say hello. Anyways, welcome back to Fable boys. There's our boy over there in the corner, looking thug as shit, I gotta say. A lot more handsome than he actually is. Let's see, we are about to do the Trader Escort mission. I still have to walk a ways to get there. Seems like it initializes to the PC controls right away. Even though it's letting me do the menus and stuff with my controller. So it gave us a hotbar too. That's nice, isn't it? Looks ridiculous. Yeah, so it's a bit of a walk. I didn't mention before, but this game's actually a little linear. Like, even exploration-wise, it's technically open world for the most part. There is one or two places that you can't get to without teleporting, but they're all connected, and you pretty much just unlock them as you go through the main quest line. So I guess I technically could have gone through this area before, but it's just next on the checklist, so why do that? I also noticed there's some bandits out here now instead of just flies. They're supposed to be a bit stronger. I call them flies, they're wasps. Much more deadly. Even though we made that wasp queen a joke. I watched a bit of that first session to make sure everything was all honky-dory. And, like, I didn't even talk about the wasp queen when we fought her. Because I killed her in, like, 4 shots. It was literally a joke. See, I did think it sounded a little quiet, so I upped the game volume ever so slightly. And I lowered my voice a bit. It sounds a bit distorted because of how much filtering there is on top of it, but I don't know. I think it's a bit less harsh on the ears, so I made it just a little bit quieter. Yeah, I don't know if this game does the real-time renting or not, so I guess I could have went back to Bowerstone and checked, just collect my money, but it doesn't really matter, it all adds up. So, in the second and third games, the renting mechanics were like a pretty big part of it, like things are all really expensive, and you were able to buy every house by default. And you had to, like, maintain them all, otherwise your rent would go down. And whenever people paid it, it would automatically be teleported into your pockets, which was great. This game, that's not really the case. It's a bit of an underwhelming feature. You actually have to walk back to the front of every building and pick up a bag of gold they just leave out, hoping no one will steal it. But it's cumulative, so we're just, it'll add up. Now, you might think I'm wasting my time by murdering people, but there's a demon door in this coming area. Might be this one, in fact. And so he wants you to do something.
Have set up a toll in this region. Be careful.
He wants you to do something evil in front of him to open up. The easiest method is to just eat like 5 crunchy chickens, as in like living baby birds. Pretty fucked up. So yeah, I think you could also murder innocents, but this area is mostly inhabited by bandits, so that's not really something you want to do. This guy wants you to pay the troll toll, but I don't even got time for that. If you manage to kill people one shot, they won't alert the other nearby guys. He didn't decapitate him, but he still died, because we have, like, rank 5 accuracy now. Which, I think 8 is the max, so we're pretty powerful. We're actually going to go for this guy first, because there's a special type of bandit called a leader, and when he dies, they'll all run off. It'll be very apparent which one is the leader. When we find him. Right, while we're at it, I want to hotkey some expressions, just because we're going to need them for the next quest. They're also just useful to have those being follow and wait. When I said that your fame makes certain expressions more effective, the most obvious one is are these two. People won't follow you if you're nobody or they don't like you. So using the other expressions is a good way to make them want to follow you. And then it just makes the impact of these other things all the more effective as well. Just imagine if I don't know, Leonardo DiCaprio came up and farted in your face. You'd hate him. You would hate him. But, if he gave you a high five, you'd be like, wow, we're bros now. What's that? Henry Cavill's a gamer? I love him. Produce. We don't have a lot of health, so we don't necessarily need to buy potions, which I now realize means I wasted some money yesterday, but never. I'm just eating some. Apples are healthy, so they're not even gonna make us fat. We'll just keep munching. There, that one. The guy with the 2 blades on his back and no shirt. Looks kind of like Kane. That one's the leader. We killed him, these guys would have all ran away. Oh, he does have a shirt on, actually. The late game ones don't wear shirts. I don't think so, anyways. Again, the last time I played this, I was doing the hero mode, so I only saw the highest level of every character. Okay, we got Flame Augment. Just explain what it does. I think our bow might have an augment slot in it. So, we'll probably drop that in there right now. No, it does not have a slot. And neither does our sword. Oh, maybe it does. There we go. In the bottom right corner, you can see it. It's empty, so it blends in really well, but... Now, in the original game, it would just, like, spurt on and off like that. But, in this one, when you apply it to your melee weapons at least, the flame augmentation's, like, always active. And it looks cool. It'll only, like, switch in between if you have multiple different kinds. Which, you will have most of the time. But if you just happen to slot, like, 5 flames in it, you have a Mega Flame Sword. So he's on fire. Steel pick hammer, I'm not entirely sure if this one lets you stab or not, but it's steel, so it does more damage. I'll just use it for now. If we're evil enough, this door will open up right away. I'm not sure if I got around to saying that part earlier. And inside it is a very good pick hammer. It's not necessarily one of the best weapons of the game, even though it's legendary, because you can get it so early on, but I don't know, it's like ebony tier.
This is the deal. You perform an act of great... This...
I'm not evil enough. Let's see, do I have any crunchy chicks? Might be under produce. I have one. Let's see. What do you think of that? Damn it. Oh well. If someone came walking through here, I could murder them. There was actually... Yeah, the coal escape. That's what teleporters are called. This area is usually full of merchants. So, once I get all these guys cleared out, I can probably get one of them to follow me.
You're now renowned enough to use the manly arm pump expression.
Oh, yes!
You have reached recognized status.
Manly arm pump's what you do when you heal yourself in Bloodborne. Guardsman. An embarrassment?
Follow.
There, that's the first time we've heard a character's voice.
Follow.
You hear that, right? Captain Jack Sparrow? Not just me, right?
Wait.
Get out, you
Follow.
idiot.
Well then. You're a rat bastard, you know that? If I walk back here, there might be merchants crossing through. They come in and out of the area, but they're not really persistent like that, so the guys who just came through here aren't actually still walking. Which, you know, that'd be a pretty ambitious thing to do at the time, so it's really not a big deal. Not difficult to do, but, like, really unnecessary. No people. Maybe I can get someone to follow me the next time I'm out there. Probably help if I pull my weapon away, too. I don't know if that counts as, like, threatening them or whatever. I should have danced for him, that's right. I just explained how all that stuff works. I make him like me, he's more likely to follow me. It's like Twitter. Gamifying friendships.
Hey! Good. Rubbish! Rubbish! Good. Hey? What with you there?
Follow. 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 Follow.
You son of a bitch! Why don't you just follow? And I went into the load zone. Oh no. Alright, it seems I'm not famous enough for anybody to follow me outside this quest. Hobbes, huh? It's quite a diverse area. See, the area we're gonna go through is called Darkwood. Aside from the Balverines, it's actually got quite a few Hobbes, because it's located near the Hobbe Cave. See, Hobbe is probably short for Hobgoblin, I don't know. Allegedly, they're what become of, like, missing children, even though they also eat kids. I guess they turn feral, sort of like a golem. Lord of the Rings / Hobbit. The Hobbit came first, so I guess that's what we should say.
Now they're dead. You are now a
You are now a killer. I'm famous. Do I have a box of chocolates on me? Yes, red rose. And that might still work. We'll see. There's a demon door over here. It wants to feel loved. There's also a silver key, I think, I can dig up right here. I said that dig spots are usually very obvious. Just a straight up ring of roses. I don't know why I want my bow to be on the right bumper. It's really no different, but I just keep hitting it. I don't think the Xbox controller had bumpers originally. It had the black and white button, which are obviously not around anymore. And I remember that being what you used to pull out your weapons. They're actually not, like, a bad system. They're kind of located underneath where A and B would be now. And, you know, just having them would open up a lot of options for games still. I don't see why we don't have them anymore, in addition to the bumpers.
I never open on a first date. My heart has been broken too many times before.
You're easy to please.
I could only let someone who really loved me through. Oh, you really know how to treat a door. I will always be open to you. You've made me so happy. I can feel pebbles welling up in my eyes.
Open sesame, middle finger. There is a bed here, but we can't actually sleep in it, which is a bit stupid. A handful of beds like that, including this one. I guess this is supposed to be like the sexy room. Bright will user equipment. I don't know what's going on with the renderer there. You'd think that's where the wizard hat would be, but there's not. There's actually only like 2 helmets in the base game. There's the chainmail helmet, which, you know, obviously goes with chainmail, and you kind of just use that with the playmail too. And there's the fisherman hat, which may or may not have only been added in the Lost Chapters. Oh, and there's the bandit bandana. You'd think a game with as much humor in it as this, there'd be a lot of silly hats, but yeah, there just weren't that many in the base game. There was the chicken hat. That's also another thing that might have only been from Lost Chapters. Really, they just... most of the silver keys they added for it were weaved in throughout the game as mini games, rather than just having a bigger area to explore for the final act. Look at those veins all over his face. I haven't done an evil character in Anniversary yet, but I've also never done this build before, so I don't know which is causing it. Cool, though. I wonder if my turbo button will destroy this, or if it limits how many clicks I can do per second. I'll have to try it next time. It also might lead to my line snapping in half a second too, though. I guess makes it fair. I just have to have lightning-fast reflexes whenever the fish starts tugging. Well, this area seems more like a gorge than the Greatwood Gorge, don't you think? This is technically a ravine, but if that water wasn't there, it'd be a gorge. We're almost at our destination. Here's another demon door. One of the hardest ones to open, in my opinion. We have to have a multiplier of like 15 to activate it. And the Hobbe Cave is in the spot right next to us. That's kind of the only place to do it. In hero mode, all these Hobbes are replaced with a single troll, which if you do enough damage to them without getting hit, you can get a multiplier big enough to open the door. For the most part, it's extremely difficult to do. One, you need physical shield to ensure you don't lose multiplier. And two, the multiplier automatically goes down by like 5 levels whenever you walk to a new area. So you have to get it even higher than 15. You have to get to like 25 or whatever if you want to make it back in time. Yes, I do realize I got my ass kicked there. You can actually go in there and grab some treasure if I wanted to, but I think I maybe need a few more keys. Maybe 10 to open the big chest. He has a really good weapon behind him, though.
Thank Avo you're here! I thought we were gonna die in this hellish place! We have to get to the Barrow Fields at the other end of Darkwood. You lead the way. We'll be right behind you. The sooner we put this forest behind us, the better. There are unnatural things out there.
Lead the way!
In Darkwood, you will find the Chapel of Scorn. Please the deities there, and they will let evil into your soul.
So normally I do sacrifice one of these guys to the chapel, but I now realize that that's stupid because your reward for the quest goes down based on each guy you're missing. Kind of like how you get extra reward if you bring this third guy along.
Trader is all about, not standing by a store.
I'm not so sure.
Ah, help! Something bit me and left me for dead. Please, let me come with you.
We can't let him follow. He's infected. He'll be eating our guts before we know it.
We have sworn a trader oath. We have to help him.
This isn't a good idea. Not a good idea at all.
I can pay well, and there won't be any trouble. Thank you, hero. I'm very grateful.
Coming!
Yeah, so I pretty much can't stop to do any fishing while I'm here, which is fine, because I'll be coming back for the Chapel Storm at some point. Otherwise, this guy's timer will, clock out.
Lead on.
Ow. If I remember correctly, the bow you get from the chapel is a little stronger than an ebony bow, but not quite as good as a master one when you fully augment it. So, I don't know, that'll be like our tier 3 weapon. I don't think I'll buy an ebony bow just to save the money. I'll probably go for that instead. That door is easy to open, you just have to survive a combat encounter. Against some pretty strong guys, but, you know, we can handle it.
Don't get too close.
It's time consuming though, so we're not gonna
I'm a trader to get eaten by
do that just yet.
It's all part of the job, mate. So what are you planning to do when this trading trip is over?
I'll have myself lucky if I'm
You
still alive at the
deserve
end of
nothing
this.
less.
We've got to keep moving.
We need to move quickly. There's a trader camp through the next gate.
Yes, we must go quickly.
I've heard there are...
I didn't set up any of my spells either. I completely forgot I even bought the multi-arrow. I hope I can do that from the pause menu, otherwise it's gonna be a little time consuming out in the open. There we go. This is assigned, so I don't know why I wasn't there before.
A fine bunch of traders we are. We should be selling things, not risking our lives. I'm right with you.
Yeah, I mentioned all of them use like weird voice files. They all have like a sort of group scream going on. And they all have the same scream because there's only one of them. While we're talking about failures and budget and such, I guess I can mention the Peter Molyneux bullshit. I don't really know much about what he promised for this game that fell through. And it's the first of an IP, so I guess nobody really held him too much to it. But his promises just became all the more ambitious with each coming game. And they'd always be half-truths. That's the thing. Everyone's really salty because nothing was as in-depth as he said it would be. But, like, see, the most popular one is that he said you could see a tree grow in real time in Fable 2. And, obviously nothing's real time in there, but there is a single tree that grows if you can manage to come back to it. It's in a very secluded area. Part of the story, you like plant a tree on a guy's grave, and when you come back at milestones, the tree will have grown mounds.
Anyone else notice a strange smell? Maybe.
So technically, you can see a tree grow, but it's only that one, so it's not really as impressive.
Here's the
very similar to what happened with No Man's Sky. They promised you a galaxy the size of the real one, with infinite possibilities. And, yeah, that's technically true. But, you know, they're not all that different. So everyone was disappointed.
Shall we go?
So they technically didn't lie.
We're on our way to Barrow Fields, but I'm sure I'll see you again.
And people think it's a joke when they just go right to the center of the galaxy and it generates a whole new one. Well, why'd you even go to the center so many times? There's a whole galaxy to explore and you just wasted all of them.
It feels like we've been on this trip forever. You've come to the right place.
So, personally, I don't really resent the guy. I think everyone's a little too salty because they just want cool things. And he did the best he could, damn it. He wasn't even the guy making the game, he was just the director. I probably should have read that before I purchased it. I'll buy the spade too. You don't get one until pretty far into the game otherwise.
Darkwood's a dangerous place here.
I can win something if I beat him in blackjack. Also known as 21. Very simple game. Lionhead, yay! It's actually pretty dope looking, and I kind of want that. Yeah, it's pretty awesome too. There's a lot of silly costumes here. Dark plate, huh? Plate's the highest armor tier in the game, so you can't really afford this. Weird that it's available now, even. I think I want to buy that freaking Lionhead helmet. Assassin shirt. I know there's a piece of the assassin suit in Chapel of Storm I go grab. It might be the pants. I feel like you're supposed to find all the pieces, so I'm glad they added it to the store pool, but I see no reason to buy it.
I'm glad I have such.
I can win a doll from that game. I think I already said that. But we're trying to beat a clock. Now there is a coal skate right there, but it's inactive till pretty much the end of the base game. So we can't really teleport here till very later on.
This takes me right back to when I first became.
Which makes this sort of the longest chain of maps without a teleporter available to you.
Shall we go?
I did say the spell was essential. I never mentioned why. The final boss of the base game. I keep saying that, but yeah, he pretty much flies for almost all of his fight, and even when he is on the ground, he knocks you over incredibly easily. So melee combat's not really advised against him. So in the event that you either didn't level your bow skills a lot, or you just want to get it over quickly because he does a lot of damage, multi-arrow is like the best option for that. You could use magic,
Think
but
of the profits we'll make at the
I
end
don't
of
know,
this.
multi-arrow is pretty unmatched in its damage potential when you pair it with a good bow. It only has like 3 shots on it right now, but leveling up will increase the number of charges it has.
This isn't good.
I don't think it makes the spell itself any more powerful, so
Turn somewhere.
if you're someone who doesn't use the bow often, level 1's fine.
I'm right with you.
This is clearly not the way.
I'm sure he knows where he's going.
This is a troll. I said before, melee combat's not advised against these guys. They do like a ground slam that knocks you back when you get close. And, you know, they don't really do anything to defend themselves when you're at distance, so why even get close? I didn't even mention what the Flame Enchant does. It's just raw damage.
Starting to turn.
Damn it. See, I think the lightning one has a chance to do a little chain lightning. Like, they're all different in a way. There's one called Silver, which is more effective against undead and Balverines. And it's just raw damage again, so it does more than the fire would. There's a piercing one that goes through armor. Good against human targets and trolls.
Follow me.
I know the way from here. Follow me.
Well, I guess there is a small reason to think about it, but for the most part, they're all damage.
I can't believe we made
There is one that gives you, like, health regen, which is pretty cool. Another one for mana, which is very
there
rare.
you are. We've been expecting you.
Me.
I was trying to cycle through the tabs. I figured it'd be on the bumper, but then I forgot. There's the top one. The old menu wasn't very fancy, but it was functional. This one's definitely better for controllers, I guess, but I don't know. The other one really wasn't that bad on controllers either. I miss it in a lot of ways. It's very much like the difference between a Mac and a PC. Where, you know, the Mac's all aesthetically pleasing, and things have fun names, and yeah, that's about it. But the PC, everything's out in the open, and you can do a lot more easily if you know what you're doing. Keyword being if.
This is it. We made it.
Sapphire. Those are pretty much just gifts, or you can sell them for big money. Which, I don't know, you can buy a box of chocolates with that money, so there's really no reason to ever gift it. I don't think they have any other purpose. So there's a demon door right there. He wants us to be fat, so I'm just gonna eat like a crap ton of pies. I might have to reload the area for it to actually make me look fat. Just up the hill is the Grey House, which you don't ever really go to. You go to it once. Twice if you do the quests related to it. It sounds spooky, but really it was just a family called the Greys. It is a spooky area, though.
Oh no, not again. Another bony adventurer seeking to plunder my riches. I'm not interested in your meager frame. Get some meat on you. I want beefy, blubbery, plump, porcine. Stop being a slave to public perception and treat yourself. Pies, meat, beer, anything, but lots of it. Eat yourself large, and you'll be welcome here.
It's really not difficult to lose weight in this game, so this is like actually a bit of a challenge to open the door. Because, you know, unless you're really trying to be fat, like you're role-playing that hard, that you're eating produce constantly, probably not going to get fat. Probably hotkey one of these. There you can see his stomach widening. Where his alignment doesn't affect in real time, but I guess the stomach's easier.
Oh no, I'm not I will stop eating.
Gotta eat a bit more. Try this.
Oh no, I'm not I will stop eating.
Get in there. Are the moonfish fatty? I think that maybe shifted the time of day, but it was already night. I have to go buy stuff. Beer's cheap. Yeah, we'll just buy a crap ton of that.
I'm keeping you under surveillance.
Oh, he's nothing.
There's a guy with a mushroom over there.
Hello, I remember you. We thought you died in that awful bandit raid all those years ago. So where have you been all this time?
I hate how off-center his face is.
You remember me, don't you? I was looking for Rosie, my teddy bear, just before the raid.
It kind of looks like it's zooming on his forehead.
My parents moved to Bowerstone, but I never really liked it there. Are you all right?
Yep, Bowerstone's a shithole.
I you there for a second. Anyway, I have to go now, but it was great to see you again. Bye.
It looks so ridiculous with the gut.
Over here.
And just your belly. Nothing else.
Over here.
Stay clear of me.
Of him if I was you.
Oi, 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 out my way, out my way. Oi.
yourself there.
Don't you shoot me out, I want to buy. Jerk. Apple pies cost 20, red meat's 18, 14 I guess. Or is 14 the base price? And like, marked up. Hey, beer's real cheap. About like 20 of them.
Prices
All right.
vary from place to place, you know.
Oh my god. Everybody's shooing me.
Over here.
Maze, I'll talk to you later, horn boy. Got a door to open. I think it has a health upgrade potion in it. I still haven't consumed any of mine. I have like 3 of them. Probably would have made dark would have been easier. Items. I see it's offering beer down there, but I want to make sure that I'm only eating beers. Potions, produce, beer. And not consume it.
Wait. Wait.
Not eating. Drink.
Follow.
Drink.
Follow.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm not I stop eating.
I don't know why I hit A. He's just not drinking.
Wait.
Did I assign it to a different button, or that did it? You're getting lit! Wow, we're getting thick too. Look at them cheeks. Surprised we aren't drunk yet.
Oh no, I'm not I stop eating.
Maybe I'm not fat enough. How fat am I? This is the screen I was looking for. Recognized archer. It says I'm obese. Maybe I have to reload. Right, I forgot to mention that it dynamically gives you a name based on how you've been playing. It says I'm an archer, it's pretty much only use my bow. Eventually I'll probably be like magic archer or something. Now that I'm using the multi-arrow. I think that maybe it uses that title to affect how your character morphs for the time. Ugh. Yeah, there's supposed to be like a filter on screen, like hazy, and it's supposed to be shaky camera. Can't walk straight when we're drunk. I don't know why it didn't happen. It's because we got the heart of a lion.
Oh no, I was tired.
Ah! It wants me to be fatter than obese.
Don't try anything.
Hmm. I knew I should have bought another stack of beer.
Don't do anything.
Over here.
Ready to help?
I'll buy them all.
Best prices, well, sort of.
Over here.
Yeah, I didn't even mention that second and third games have job systems. Not like Final Fantasy jobs, like literal jobs. They usually just like press the button at the right time, but you could sit there and do that for a while to get money quick. Which helps out with how important real estate is. That's not really a feature here, so again, most of your money is going to come from Boast. And rentals, if you know how to exploit. But it's still very time consuming because it doesn't go right in your pockets. Ah, maybe I wasn't drinking because I was locked onto the door before. And I was just giving him beer, maybe.
Ah, at last, a fine figure of a man. That's what I like to see. It's said that inside every fat person is a thin one trying to get out. But no, I say, outside every thin person is a fat one trying to get in. Enter, weighty wanderer.
I wish you unlocked that title after you open this one. Sounds pretty dope. Oh. Oh no. In fact, I wish that they gave you titles for all the cool things that you've done. Like having the trophy in your inventory enables a title that people can call you by. Kind of like in Elder Scrolls, where when you do a major quest, people talk about it. You become a companion, which means you're a werewolf. You'll be like, oh, you got fur growing out your ears? Or have you heard about what happened in Kvatch after you've closed the Oblivion Gate? Yeah, even the game Overlord, your little court jester guy will give you titles based on stuff that you've done in the game. So I think they were actually moving a bit slower. I think their attack speed is lowered by their weight as well. But Again, you just shed the pounds really easily because you have to walk everywhere.
I have never seen anything like it in my life.
Don't try anything.
You're sure to find something to suit you. Old Maze were searching for you. He's in the Oakvale Tavern.
Old Maze could steal this. Probably. Fishing spot around here too. Yeah, right there. Never tested out the turbo button. Do that now. Wasn't this nice? I wonder if they have motorized fishing rods. You just like hold a button or a trigger and it'll reel in for you. Now, for the most part, the stuff people buy is like supposed to be a crank rod, so you keep the skill aspect of fishing. But you know, for like commercial fishing boats, I know they just cast a net out, but if theoretically they use fishing rods, do they have motorized ones? I feel like I should be able to get into the center of this, but whatever. Golden Carete. Expression, stealth, steel. Assign this to down. So now I do this and put my hands into a very awkward position. Damn it. No, I just took it.
Hey, thief! Thief! He's taking my mushroom!
Yeah, well. Suck me. Out of here. Nope. Your bounty goes away with time, so we go back and grab some stuff that we missed in Darkwood. Hopefully it'll be gone. We can also go check on Power Stone, like our rent money. I didn't think it was just gonna let me take it. I thought I had to use the steel expression. Oh, that's a Balvi. Slap him around a bit.
He didn't last long.
He didn't last long.
You've come to the right place.
Ponytail. That might look good, even with being bald. Rear stripe, mohawk. We'll be missing most of the mohawk. Bald, the standard beard, big beard. Yeah, I like the way this one looks a lot. I think my other character actually has it on him. I want to try that out eventually, but I don't have enough face beard going on for it to work.
I think Maze wants to see you. He's in the
Go
tavern
on,
at
get back,
Oakvale.
You again?
Right, so Maze wants to see us whenever we get back to Oakvale. It's not very far in the game, but this is like the first quest that's actually relevant to us, that he gives to us. When people put in quest cards, I assume that they like hand a pot around the village, make everyone donate, pitch in, kind of like when you hire a witcher. But with these personal quests, there's no real explanation of who gave you the funding. I'd like to think it's either the Guildmaster Maze or insert antagonist here. Though some of them don't necessarily make sense for certain quests. I know. After we do this personal one, we'll go back to doing generic hero stuff before the game becomes all about us. These fairies are actually pretty late game monsters. There's a red variant that's even stronger. I don't think I can even hurt her in fairy form, but I'm still shooting because I don't know how to make them come out. Also, it's not human, so, please, I did not loot the lolly. It might have a womanly figure, but there are no nipples. I wish it gave me magic experience when I hit guys with the multi-arrows, instead of me having to do this. My archery skill is so high already, I should really just be using magic a lot more often. And my melee weapon. I'll level them up eventually. Now, if I'm fast enough, I might be able to get to the door with this high multiplier.
Terrible crime, no matter who you...
Never tried doing it this way. Come to think of it, there's a fishing spot right here in it. Somewhere nearby. I'm actually going to keep this particular multiplier.
What's got into you?
The other demon door, though, with the combat trial, probably get us one that's pretty high.
Why don't you just go home?
So if I run through with that multiplier real quick, I might get it open. Nice. Ooh. Yeah, you could flourish and knock him down, which will break his block, but you can't really hit him when he's on the ground. So you should really only ever press B if someone starts blocking you. Or you can get behind them, in which case they can't block. How weak we are. Terrible crime no matter who you is. I don't care who you are, it's funny.
To use the middle finger expression.
Roll those, eat that red meat. I'm just gonna walk by that hob, you lazy bastard. You might look like Told Biscuit, but you don't have his integrity. There's another fishing spot in one of these. Kind of hard to see though. I could be misremembering. Really not all that long of a game. Like, we're maybe a quarter through it once we've done the next quest. That's why I have the world so imprinted in my mind so clearly. And I never get tired.
I've trained for this.
You're at 11, it went down exactly 5 ticks. So that means I want to have like 20, 21 when I go for the door. I'll probably end up having to go into the cave to do. It sure actually has like a little turtleneck piece to it, so you can't see her dope ass stash anymore, but you know what? I think it looks pretty fly.
To the chapel of Scorn. Those who worship here are filled with the poison of pure evil. Will you donate to my cause?
Howdy.
You bring us no gifts. Return with followers to reap your reward.
No, honestly, I have no idea who Scorm is. I don't think there's even a book on him. He might very well be that demon statue. The other one, the Temple of Avo, worship to a hero who is just a very good guy. I guess he's this world's version of Jesus. So in reality, people worship like the light, as opposed to the video game goddess. Let's play blackjack.
Play blackjack.
Play blackjack. Real simple game. You get like 2 cards, and then you say whether or not you want to get another one. You get to 21 exactly, you win by default. Otherwise, you want to have a higher total than the dealer, who also has 2 cards. And, King is worth 10, I think. Does it tell me my total? It does. Yeah, it's worth 10. All the face cards are worth 10. And the ace can be worth 10 or 1. So with 12, you really have to weigh out what the likelihood of getting like a big or small card from when you're going through it. There's only really 1 card for all the face cards, I guess, that would put us over. If you go over 21, then you automatically lose. It only lets us go for 1 round. You're actually allowed to go as much as you want, but once you double down, I think you're only allowed to take that 1 bet, so I guess that was correct. I don't know why it only asked if I want to double. No, I have to stay. It's very likely I'll bust. There you go. It should just give you 3 options instead of doing this text box bullshit. Remake, they should know better. He has a face card, so I'm gonna lose no matter what. I don't think I want to double, but I will hit. Hey, I won. Yeah, I really don't know what the parameter for getting the doll is. Maybe you have to have a certain amount of winnings, or you have to have a streak. Nope. Got 2 face cards, that's a 20. You got 21. I'm probably gonna bust. I'm not doubling. I will hit though. There's no way to really surrender. Bastard. Maybe I should look this up. Let's see. Maybe it wants me to have a certain bet. Fable, hero, doll, blackjack, Darkwood camp. Oh, okay. It says this game master is unique and he actually doesn't have a doll. He's the only one who doesn't. Which means, I don't know, I lost like 100 things. Explain blackjack, though. Glad to meet you. Their heads are so gross. They're like South Park Canadians. I never actually understood the joke with the way the Canadians look in South Park. Like, it's not even racist, they just kind of look dumb. Maybe it's to show that they're simpler, and that there's less work put into their art. They don't overcomplicate things as much as America. I didn't even talk about it when I shot this, but shooting gets a key. I think there's... I don't know. I really have no idea where I ever found out about that. Maybe there's not even a way to tell, but you just want to shoot it. It's got a hole in it, right? There's nothing else with that, so... If anyone was to ever miss a key, it would probably be that. I think this was always here, but it's only used in the Lost Chapters. You also notice there's like a blank Demon Door space just outside the Heroes Guild. I don't think it was always there, but never used. This was added. The It's a brothel. You don't really want to go there yet, because completing it takes a bit of money. And a V card. And a butt V card. Maybe. Or actually, I do have a bunch of beer on me. That might work. Nah, I need money. There's a demon door there too who wants you to have either a high body count or some venereal disease. And it gets you a hat. Pretty sick hat. Even has decent stats. A little stronger than the chainmail helmet. I never opened this, did I? I think it's like leather boots or something. Yeah, they're steel toes and got spikes. Isn't that cool? That's really gonna hurt when we fucking kick someone. It's weird that they call them leather boots still, though, because, you know, the villager shoes were leather boots. As well as the guild shoes. They do it for organization purposes, so, like, you know it's a part of the leather outfit, but really they should have called them steel-toed. Why is he running towards the enemies instead of me? Ow. Oh god, we are so pitiful. I really should just drink those health upgrade potions. Especially before I do this next fight. Okay, item, potion, elixir of life. Drink them all. Or actually, I'll assign these to my bottom slot. So I can use them as health potions while I'm doing this fight.
Beware, traveler. I block the way to all but the most combat-hardened. If you request, my guardians will test your mettle in combat. Meet their challenge, and the reward I hide is yours. I see you are ready for your test. Very well. Guardians, attack!
Right, this looks like a joke, but they come in waves. Fight me, you son of a bitch. You were friendly just a second ago. very easy to go out of bounds during this, so let's not do that. Stay away from the stairs at all costs. Kevin's got a pretty dope looking hat. These guys are pretty weak, like they're only the level 2 wave guys, but have that fucking staff, which is actually a bit of a pain in the ass, and there's a lot of them. I think these are the highest tier, the ones wearing the striped pants.
You defeated my guardians. I am knackered. Go on, get yourself through.
Right, I think we have to pass through like 2 areas, or 1 technically, but assuming that the Demon Door area has population in it, we might be good. Just have to be quick. Oh, nice. Ah, bitch. I don't really care too much about getting scars on this guy, because he's gonna be ugly no matter what.
You're now renowned enough to use the scary laugh expression. You have reached familiar status.
Yeah, I've got a reputation as a bad man. Call me Texas Red. Here to do some business with the big iron on my back. Ah, we're just 1 short, I think.
Oh yes, you are the man.
Oh, maybe he just wants me to have like 3 rings filled. Cool. Exploits, am I right? Sick, sick, sick. We got one of the stronger weapons in the game. The Cutlass Bluetane. I want to say this is a cleaver class weapon. The symbol would indicate a long sword. But basically it just has 3 lightning runes in it, so like chain lightning happens often. Think. A lot of these are just obsidian tier with good enchants in them. So they kind of don't outclass the master weapon, with the exception of weapons added by the DLC. And the secret weapon, of course. Oh, 2 secret weapons. We're gonna go into this cave. We're trying to kill time until our bounty goes away, so we'll hope for the best. It actually lowers with time instead of getting, like, wiped clean, so I come back and it's only like $100. I don't give a shit, I'll pay it. You see how many Hobbes are out there? It's not that it's difficult to get the multiplier that you need in here. It's difficult to get away with it. So many of them have that staff, too. Alright, you can stab with it, so I guess it is a long sword. He's one of those. I thought there was a chest in here. Or wasn't. There's another area that you only really go to for a side quest. Technically you go to it again, but you go to like the last 2 rooms of it. Hi, bitch. This is doing nothing to him. Nothing. But it's giving me experience. Oh, it only takes 5. I guess I could have opened it the first time we were around here then. I missed something. Hobbes are pretty much the only enemy that's like this crazy in crowds. Bandits all have like longer windups, and the undead are incredibly slow, even though they come in crowds by default. Oh god. I never realized that those were people. I just thought they were like pottery or something. They stuffed them into a little jar. Start using those other potions too. Oh god, that sounds like a shit hitting the water. And I guess that's just what anything sounds like hitting the water, but that was a very powerful kerplunk. want to get good at using this menu. The produce. I want to eat red meat. Holy shit, god damn it. I hate that it only recommends food when you're lowish on health. I understand it has limited options, but maybe when I'm in combat it shouldn't offer to teleport me. Just a thought. Because I'd much rather consume a stupid amount of food than the potion if I'm not in combat. I always thought that the emote icon was like wearing a face mask. It's just like a really scary face. It's like the Joker. A why so serious face. Got the lips cut wider than the normal opening. Full jaw. I have to wonder why her lips don't go all the way around like that. Like, all of our teeth are meant for chewing, and it's not like we can't close them whenever we want. It's not really a health hazard to have more mouth opening space. Just don't. Maybe because it takes a more complex muscle network. You don't want to use all of it like that. But, like, nature doesn't care about beauty. Probably should have teleported out, but we get more experience this way. And I have to go back to the other demon door. Actually, I don't think the brothel is even open yet. I think it's like under construction still at this point in time. Guildmaster might tell me when it happens. Just thinking about maybe still going there anyways, see what I can get done with my money. The hookers are expensive. I think it's honestly probably cheaper to get married and slam the shit out of that woman, and then bring her over to the Chapel of Scorn to get everything that I want done. Oh, geez, I didn't even mention when the little girl who was looking for Rosie, when I met her again, she was blonde, I think. Which doesn't really make sense because she had brown hair as a kid. I guess hair dye exists, I don't know. Or maybe she's been a good girl. It's not too uncommon for, like, babies to lose the hair that they're born with and grow it as a different color, but, like, she was too old for it to change. In the case of mine, it's, like, a bit more of a mixed color. Really depends on the lighting. The nice sunny day I can look blonde. And it was blonde when I was a kid, and then it turned a little more brown. Really no explanation for why it happened, because I was outside plenty for a good while, until I moved when I really became a shut-in. Because once I started school, everybody didn't like me for being retarded, and weird, and new. Yeah, that's when I stopped going outside. But before then, I lived in, like, an actual neighborhood, so, you know, I played with the kids. Oh, are guards just hostile towards me? Second thought, he was just walking casually, but I shot him. A good experience. Again, they have obsidian equipment, so they're like tier 3 enemies. They're like Balverines. Bandits fighting each other? No, one of them's a guard. Let's see, offline I've been playing a jank indie game called Gnomes vs. Fairies, Greckel's Quest. By all means, the store page, you'd think, yeah, this game's probably trash, but something about the art style just made me want to try it. And let's see, they were going for like an early PlayStation / N64 game, and I guess in a lot of ways they nailed it, but in a lot of other ways it's still jank, which shouldn't happen for a modern game. I guess they said they were going for Mario 64 / Zelda gameplay-wise. I think that it plays a bit more like a janky Ys game, which is already like Zelda, but super fast-paced. There's a pretty big focus on platforming, and the game is incredibly fast-paced. Seems like there's like no cap on the amount of physics you can apply to yourself to go super fast. A lot of the menus are broken though, and the visual stuff of your character's equipment fucks up a lot. And I really don't know whether or not to recommend the game. It's very jank, but it's also fully functional for the most part. The menus definitely need some work, but otherwise nothing really breaks. Like, even if the visuals screw up, it'll know what weapon you have equipped. I thought it was weird at first that my hat didn't match the color of my shirt that I picked for the basic shirt, but it's actually related to your element that you have, because you can switch elements to 4 types, kind of like Soul Reaver 2, in a way. And that'll determine what type of magic you're using, the special effect you apply when you do power attacks, stuff like that. Things that you can interact with, even. It's interesting. I also thought it was cute how it changed the name from Greckel's Quest to whatever I named my guy. I named him Krabby. Partly because of my name, partly as a Snow White reference. Even though Krabby isn't really one of the dwarves. Yeah, I'm enjoying it, I guess. But I don't know. I really don't. Say if you're a risk taker and you play a lot of other jank games, by all means go for it. You'll probably enjoy yourself. But if you're more of a casual gamer, I'd probably shoo you away from it. For the most part, the art is nice looking, I think. Very over-the-top fantasy. Texture work's pretty nice for the most part, too. But there's, like, no lighting applied to anything, even though lights do exist. It's weird. Like, everything's just a texture with no post-processing applied, I guess you could say. Yeah, aside from that, I played a much better game called Wayward Souls. Is kind of a roguelike, kind of just a dungeon crawler. It's top down. Has a focus on the story, which is interesting. Each character has their own story to go through. When you go through levels, like, unique events will pop up based on who you're playing. It's split up into, like, 3 chapters, from what I can see. It looks like there might be 6, or maybe the extra 3 slots are harder versions of the original 3. I don't know. I haven't gotten that far yet. But once you beat a chapter, it, like, cuts off, and you pick the next one separately, so it kind of helps with balancing, in a sense. Like, chapter 2 is longer, so there's, like, a higher ceiling for your build. But it resets back to what you were at the beginning. Things never get, like, too crazy out of hand. You can't have a bad run in that sense. Which I like. You can also level up your character with all the money you collected before you died. To make the following runs easier, which I like. There are a lot of characters. There's like 8 of them or something. I haven't unlocked them yet. I've only played 1 because I'm focusing on his story, I guess. It gives it a lot of replay value, I suppose. And, yeah, it's quite good. They made another high-profile game. I don't remember which it was. I think it was another roguelike, too, so... Probably why I don't know what it is. I don't play too many of them. Yeah, I think that's very well balanced, I guess. The damage numbers are all really low, like your basic attack does 1 damage. So, I always think low damage numbers are a lot more impactful when you do a lot of damage, you know? Rather than hitting 100 and then critting 500, it feels a lot less intense than when you hit 1 damage normally and then you hit a 5. You know, it's effectively the same multiplier. It also makes balancing easier. And, in a lot of ways, it reminds me of Gauntlet. Not Dark Legacy, the, actual Gauntlet. So, if you're a fan of that, you'll probably enjoy it. I don't think I paid too much for it either, like 10 bucks maybe. It might be 15 at full price. Definitely recommend on that. Even if roguelike is a pretty oversaturated thing right now. I think that there's a lot of well-made hand-placed content that, like, helps it out a lot. Speaking of which, I haven't been playing this recently, but, another good one is called A Robot Named Fight, which is like a Roguevania, it calls itself. I think Dead Cells also calls itself that, but Dead Cells is not a Metroidvania in any shape or form. Very good game, but that genre title's a lie. A Robot Named Fight generates a literal Metroidvania world at the beginning, and then you go through it. It takes about an hour per run. And it's basically Metroid, but a lot more new ideas. Like, what if instead of the space jump, you just had one really high jump? Or, instead of the ice beam, you had a fire beam, and you never got a charge shot. Instead of missiles, you had bouncing saw blades. Just a lot of variety that picks up, and a lot more lock and key types because of that. And there's plenty of challenges to do to unlock new items and biomes and stuff. There's a lot of variety in it. I really like it. I will say the art's kind of gross. Not to say that it's bad art, but like everything is made of meat. So like if you've ever seen like a KFC chicken, how they engineered to not have feathers and multiple wings and stuff and beakless, they're all pretty gross looking. That's essentially what all the enemies look like. And after you've beaten the final boss, everything starts to become even more covered in meat, so eventually the world starts to look that gross too. It makes sense in terms of the story, but like we don't really need to get into that. It's a roguelike, it doesn't really matter that much. And see, I did try out Starlink. I did mention that I bought the fucking starter pack just so I could have an R-Wing. Worth, absolutely. The game itself isn't bad. It kind of pisses me off when I only have like 3 weapons available though, without buying more. Definitely an Ubisoft game. There's a lot of open worlds, and they'll have a lot of busy work in them, but I don't know, you get stuff done. Relaxing to play for sure, and flying the ship feels really good. It was definitely just a whole toy thing that threw it off, I guess. Even though you can buy all the stuff digitally, it's kind of fucked up still. You don't need the toys, which is what I think ruined it. A lot of people thought that you did. Looks like our bounty's gone. That's good.
I'm keeping you under surveillance.
Oh my god, I'm not looking at that.
Rubbish! Get out of here! You're sure to find
Oh
something.
my god, everyone hates me. Let's see. So the game is available on other consoles, but it doesn't have Star Fox content, and when it comes to the main story, they'll literally do like the main cutscene, and then Fox will show up and be like, hey, yeah.
Oh, Maze, we're searching for you. He's in the Oakvale Tower.
Like, you can tell where the Star Fox stuff was inserted in, but like, still cool that he's there. I don't know. Suffers from open world game syndrome, but like, it feels good. And space games aren't all that common. Even though the few that are available are pretty big, like Elite Dangerous and Eve. So, yeah, I'd say the toy alone is worth $10, but the game's not bad. I'll probably play a little more of it. If anything, there'll be a point where I stop giving a shit about the open world stuff and just go for the rest of the story. Which I don't really have an opinion on yet. It feels kind of like Mass Effect Andromeda and how unprofessional everyone is, but like, these aren't soldiers. They are just people, for the most part. For the most part. Like, one guy's a reporter, and he's like a Chad. So he's a bit like an annoying teenager to listen to. I use reporter slash journalist loosely. He's like an Instagram slash Twitter reporter journalist, you know? I guess that's what journalists are nowadays. Someone made a tweet, this is news. And that's like their whole article. Never been easier to make money like that, I guess. There's never a ring for fist fighters. I mentioned that they only come out at night. And we're not gonna do that until we beef up a bit more. See, I think each town actually has a follower in it. Like this guy, Magger, bodyguard. We can pay him and bring him to the Chapel of Scorn if we want to try and get those sacrifices in early, or people were willing to follow us. This is the girl who we're supposed to get that love letter to. Now, I could pass it off as my own, but I'm not sure whether or not that dinks me out of the mushroom. So, I'm gonna be honest here, I guess. As I don't need a free wife at the moment. Or I guess I do, but I need a house.
Do you think I'm pretty? I met this man at a party in the Guild Woods who says I am. I think he might be in love with me. You haven't spoken to him, have you? Oh, is this from you? I don't believe it. He really does love me. He says my eyes are like two glowing suns. I have to let him know I feel
more like moons.
Please, could you take this to him?
Or puddles.
I can't wait to tell Fiona about this.
Alright, I should be reading this out loud. Dear Cyril, oh, of course I love you. I'll never forget that night we spent in Guild Woods. Well, can't really remember that well, but do know that it was special. My spirit soars when I think of you, Cyril. I very much look forward to seeing what you look like. It's all so hazy. We'll meet soon, my love, for I'm forever yours, Myra. I have to bring it back to him. Ugh. The Oakville Raid. Written by one of few survivors. This is a harrowing account of how Oakville was burnt to the ground in the most savage bandit raid now being recorded in history. Despite the honesty of the author's grief, the book raised some controversy by refuting the established theory that was laid to blame bandits Twinblade's clan, and suggesting the feared Jack of Blames mastermind the attack. The answer is actually both. You remember how I said the characters were all there in the little cutscene painting thing? You can see Twinblade and Jack. Spiritual dementia tattoo. Looks kind of like what the Black Ring wears in the Divinity franchise. Ugly Guide. Though admittedly writing for a small market, the author of this manual has many handy tips on making oneself less attractive. Among the chief's ideas are eating plenty of fattening pies, releasing that uncomfortable buildup of bowel gases, and making rude gestures at your would-be admirers. Actually, get out of your own house, one. I don't know if I can just steal while they have seen.
I'm not with you.
They have logs on a table.
Hey, a hero. Oh, a hero! I could really use your help, sir. I run a harmless little chicken contest down on the beach, but I'm having a bit of ghost trouble. Some deceased chicken fancier, no doubt. The thing is, he's scaring all my punters away. You couldn't, you know, work some of your hero magic and get rid of him, could you?
I can just punt without being scared. You don't mind. Really, this is a waste of time. I should just keep going. Can't wait to not be seen. Hey, ghost boy.
Shiver me timbers.
Whoa.
Ah, at long last, a kind soul who doesn't flee at the sight of me. I have paced this forsaken beach for so many years. Could it be that you be sent by the gods to lift me from my fierce torment? My spirit dwells at the bottom of the sea. Arr! And my poor wife is left destitute and a grieving. Arr! She thinks I was but a simple fisherman and still be somewhere lost at sea. It may shock you to learn, dear friend, that I had a small side business in piracy. Arr! I hid my sinfully plundered treasure next to the jetty on the western beach. If you were to use a spade to dig it up and give it my wife, I will reward you with plentiful riches, ye old sea dog. If you be in need of a spade, they be sold in town.
Hold on, I just realized that, I don't think I ever went into that other demon door, did I? Want to be under hats, Damn it. So bad at using this menu. Yeah, the ponytail doesn't look bad with the receded hair. I like it. Yeah, I never went into that other demon door. I kind of walked right by it. Probably because I was talking. Sell that. So I have no idea what a jetty is, but I do know where the treasure's buried. On the other beach.
You got rid of that ghost yet?
Now, I can dig it up and keep it for myself, and that will get rid of the ghosts, but I think if I give it to his wife, he gives me the hint for another treasure. Which may or may not be more valuable.
Give me some beer.
I guess a jetty is a dock or something. It could be what you call a small boat. Right there in between those two boats is what I need. Also fishing spots around, so I think right here. Yeah, I also tried out the Mario Rabids Kingdom Battle. Really enjoyable. The whole world is just a joy to explore, even if it did take a while for everything to open up. Like, I can't even push boxes yet at the moment. Really drip feeding me the systems. The last thing I unlocked was the skill tree. Still in World 1, technically, even though I've done quite a few chapters. I like that the characters are all unique. They're not the same, they all have their own unique classes. Not seeing a ripple. See, I like that there's a way to perfect missions. So, you know, even though permadeath isn't necessarily a thing, there is incentive to not die. Or play poorly, for that matter. Your characters will be knocked out if they take too much damage, but at the end of the chapter, they all get healed. I think I have to manually dig. This might not even be the correct spot. Could be another boat somewhere further on. There's his wife over there. Others. Now, I used to think that spade just meant shovel, but it's actually referring to that specific shape, a shovel, like the gravedigger spade. figured it was like the British word for it, but then I started hearing the term trow, and that's like a little gardener's hand shovel. That's when I finally made the distinction that they're two different types.
Such a vast sea. I often stand out here and look out to sea. My dear husband was lost to the waters years ago. He went on a fishing expedition and never came back. I haven't given up hope of seeing him again one day.
Right, Mario and Rabids, so I wasn't done talking about that. It's pretty damn hilarious. I always thought the Rabids were funny. I'm sure some people hate them. But I love their design, and I think that they're great. I think they were made by French people who are usually pretty good at making 3D animations. See, I'm sure a lot of people are salty that they, like, stole Rayman's franchise for how many years, but I don't know. The mini-games weren't terrible, and, the Rabids Go Home one, that was actually a good time. Kind of like Katamari in a way.
Oh, that I could hear that strange accent of yours once more.
Apparently there was, like, a TV show on Nickelodeon, maybe. Never watched it. It was after my time. Actually heard about it from one of my math teachers. He was trying to explain what a rabid was, but he didn't know the term rabid. I have one of these boats. Might even be on the other side, even though I know I walked over there. Here we go. I guess the jetty is the dock. 500. I think I can just talk to his wife to give it in.
Such a vast... Oh my goodness. This is from my husband.
How do you know?
You say he saved it up by taking tourists out on his boat? Well, yes, I do remember seeing him take people on board. Well, they looked like bandits from a distance. Isn't that silly? I knew he really cared for me. He was such a good, honest man. Thank you so much. I will still pray to see him return safe one day. Right after I've done some shopping.
You just give a shrug like, yeah, I don't give a shit, one. I forgot to mention that this dock wasn't even here in the intro. It was blocked off. The beach was still on the map, but when this was built, obviously the town got rebuilt. So it's like expanded better than ever now. And it's probably blocked up to prevent us from even going into the bandit camp area, but...
Over here.
Canonically, we can assume that the bandits set up a foothold in nearby mountains after destroying the village. Maybe, they did it on purpose in case you ever decide to return.
Avast! You've been a trusty sea dog, ye have. Perchance now I can finally enjoy my death. But before I leave, I shall keep my end of the bargain. Arr! The rest of the swag be buried under the axe of a statue in the local graveyard. If it still be there, you're welcome to it. Now, thank ye, and goodbye.
Right. I probably could have dug that up on my own, but I honestly didn't remember where it was. Now there's a few dig spots out in the graveyard.
You got rid of that ghost yet? Have you got rid of him yet? You have? Why, capital news. Come down and pay me and the chickens a visit if you like.
Yeah, I think it's maybe a weapon that he gives us. Obviously, money would, be dumb, considering that we give his wife money. Like, why didn't he just give his wife the bigger sum of money? There's another 500. Oh, we're on time. 2 hours. Eh. The next quest is a bit of a longer one. Like, it could very well be 2 parts if it wanted to be. So, we're probably gonna do side quests instead. There was the Hobbe Killing Contest available before. Do that. So I'm pretty alright at killing hobs now. I keep getting sidetracked. Obsidian Great Axe, holy shit. Well, I can show you what I mean because I have like 1 strength. Ugh. Ugh. That still does damage if you manage to hit with it, but it's pretty ridiculous. As I was saying, I keep getting sidetracked. I don't have much more to say about the Kingdom battle. Like, it's good, lightweight strategy, but there is challenge there if you want it. There are challenge missions, in addition to just being able to do the missions perfectly. But when I say the Rabids are funny, I don't just mean they make me giggle sometimes, they put a smile on my face. I mean, they legit have me laughing out loud very often. So, if you like to laugh, it's definitely worth it. I got it with all the DLC for like 20 bucks, so maybe wait for a sale, I don't know. That's a freaking steal, considering Nintendo doesn't really do sales too often. I guess that's all I've got. There are like 2 more games that I'm working on, but I don't know. They both require you to sink a very long amount of time into them before you've seen everything it had to offer. I guess it's a good thing, but it seems that I can't talk about them quite yet. I didn't even mention the axe of the statue. This is Braum. He died defending the village. So, what a man. He was a mere mortal, but he died a hero. I don't know what the deal with the demons are. Maybe that's where Scorm's buried. And if Abba was a person, maybe Scorm was too. I put my weapon away.
Fight beside you.
It's weird that they trust you with weapons here. Maybe because this is like a bandit/pirate town. It seems pretty innocent at the moment, but by the time Fable 2 rolls around, Oakville area is like flooded, and it becomes the nearby port town of Bloodstone, which is like a real den of thieves. Hookers all over the place, pirates, bandits. Very dirty place.
Over here.
I want to talk to Maze.
I'm
Suppose I should, but the longer I don't, the longer the guild masters are gonna be pestering us for wandering around.
Nonsense.
I did turn off his hints, so maybe he won't do so. Oh, he's looking. Do not look. Do not. Yeah, I think wearing the assassin outfit actually does improve your guile skill by 1 when you have the full set on. One of the only things in the game that actually does that.
Master.
Could be a myth too. What is this? Chainmail? I didn't mention that every freaking major shopkeeper in the game has a unique inventory in terms of the DLC items. So the other guy in Darkwood had a bunch of costume stuff. Here I can buy a pirate outfit. It is fitting. Dave's hat. The Minecraft Jack of Blades. Right, chainmail. Let's see, the next demon door in the bandit area wants you to have a paladin outfit in addition to a few other outfits. Coincidentally, one of them can only be gotten from behind another demon door. So, I'm not really sure if chainmail passes for the paladin, but you need a bright suit of something. I usually just go for plate to be safe, even though it's the most expensive. I think pirate is the alternative to the chainmail outfit. Also standard wheel user gloves now. I don't think these were in the original game. These cost. They're all pretty cheap. I'll buy them all. Probably be quicker if I go through this way. Chainmail, bright chain. God, this menu. This menu. See, I kind of just want to buy some of these bright chain items while they're available. The helmet, at the very least. But I also won't need them for a little bit still, so it'd probably be better to invest my currency in, in the houses. What do you got for weapons? Probably nothing good. There are, like, costumey weapons in addition to the armor, though, which is what I'm looking through. Probably has, like, a cutlass or something in here. Eh. Sort of strategia? Wow, look how epic that is. Said to wield incredible combat strategy to the mind of the beholder. This weapon has been used throughout the history to turn the tide of war, the commanding army, not to mention find a few silver keys on the way. Does it really help me find silver keys? That'd be cool. Expensive, though. This is expensive, too. Silver augment, piercing augment. Alright, so it's not bad at all to use. I'll probably buy it before I go on to, not whole blade. As not whole blade is full of Balverines.
Maze was looking for you. He's in the tavern. Over here.
Equipment. Those pants are good for armor. I might even wear the rest of it. I really like the way the assassin shirt looks, though. Right now, armor actually does matter to us. But I probably shouldn't be going for fashion quite yet. I did say that the natural armor can get up to, like, equivalent to a suit of plate mail. But obviously we're not leveling it for a little bit still. So, probably just go with the best stuff. These are actually equal to the assassin stuff. Nice boots, though. Did I not buy the pirate shirt? Yeah. Armor rating down, so these are worse than the leather. They're not even gloves, they're just like arm bracers. And there's a powerful hat. Gotta buy that shirt though, so I don't look ridiculous.
All breakages must be paid for.
I actually do like the little duster cape though, for like leather armor and stuff. Quite nice looking.
I think Maze wants to see you. He's in the tavern at Oak Vale.
The Agnes and Rune Factory wore one of them too. It was more like farm clothes, but I always thought it looked really cool. I think you could wear one of them in RuneScape as well. Yarr!
Ah, there you are. I thought maybe you were getting too famous to be seen round here.
Now we're really Jack Sparrow.
I've heard nothing more of your sister, and there's little else I can do. There is hope yet, though. A blind seeress lives among Twinblade's bandit clan. She may be able to tell you about your sister. The seeress stands next to the bandit king himself. And it's no coincidence the bandits have been doing so well lately. Have you heard of Twinblade? He was a hero once. Yes, giant of a man. He had little patience for the guild, though. He left and brought together a dozen bandit factions. I always suspected he was behind the attack on your home. This could be your chance for revenge. The camp can't be far from here. The village is often under attack. I've left a quest card at the guild with the details.
I look like such a scumbag. Just a fucking scrawny, pale shit.
I'm watching you.
Wearing like a pimp coat. This is the kind of kid who's like only a crime boss because guns exist. The mustache is really selling it. I think they added another building when they rebuilt the town, but we can actually buy our childhood home here. I think Oakvale is one of the prettier villages. It's also got the nice music. This is usually where I like to live. The house is very small though, it's one room. Which I guess for our needs is a good thing. The only real benefit to having a house is a bed. There's one other town that you find at the end of the base game, like literally a mission before you're locked into the end game. So I've never bought the house there or lived in it. In fact, the first time you go there, it's completely empty because you're on a quest. We're gonna go here. This is near that demon door that we skipped. When I was leaving the Hobbe Cave, I said I was gonna go back and get it, but I never did. Literally like 2-3 map tiles away. Having a nice melee weapon makes up for lack of strength. No reason I went out of my way to do that.
Your looks are rather striking.
Striking, you say?
Follow. Follow.
I understand.
Follow.
Oh. I understand. I get it. Slayer of...
Follow.
Of everyone?
Of everyone?
Oh.
Follow.
I'm still not famous enough, I guess. Doesn't help that I'm also ugly as sin. Viral dimension. The mark of mental patients that are considered lost causes. Oh, damn, that's fucked up. There is one face tattoo that I like to get, but it is not here. Back tattoo. Old Ritsu's have fallen into disuse. This was supposed to summon the evil god Fairies from his realm. That sounds cool.
Yesterday, I saw twins. I have to say. Oh.
Whatever. This weapon's a lot stronger than one you get from that other door, anyways. So we'll get it much later. Whenever I'm famous enough for people to follow me. Very easy to tell when, because everyone will have a heart above their head when you're that famous. To show that they like you a little bit. These earth trolls really aren't that bad to fight in melee. They still do the slam attack, but whatever. I did say fighting trolls in melee was scary, and I realized that looked very easy. The rock trolls, however, they set up like a barrier of rocks around them that knock you over instantly. A real pain in the ass. It takes a long time to get up, and by then they might have already slammed you again. You need to get knocked back far enough. Also sitting on a lot of experience. I need to go to the guild whenever I can. Oh, poop. You get to live this time, guard boy. It be a present from me. Yarr. I did mention last time that I was actually into Pirates of the Caribbean as a kid. I completely forgot to mention I actually have a toy on my wall still. You know, your granddad probably has one of those fish that sings. It's essentially that, but it's a skull, and he sings and he cracks pirate jokes. It was broken for a long time, but my brother was messing around with his soldering kit and decided to fix it. No reason. Every time he's cleaning stuff and he finds stupid bullshit, he just comes and drops it in my room. And this is like a small room. It's like, I don't know, 10 by 20 feet maybe? 10 by 10 even. Very small space, so I don't really have room for useless crap in here. It kind of annoys me, but this was a wall mount, so it's really not a big deal. Dark Will user equipment. That's the outfit I said we need from a demon door. The guy wants to see all of his friends again. One of them just happened to be an evil wizard. That bandit not drop experience because the guard killed him? Zapped his head off. He actually teleport out of here, so no reason for me to stay. In that case, I want to go to Bowerstone South, collect my money, and upgrade that house. Probably didn't even give me that much money, because it's like level 2 right now. Yeah, 300 out of 300. Trash. Trash money. This is a bug. All of these weapons are out of place, actually. Or those axes aren't, I don't know. Yarr! All these weapons be out of place. Alright, now it's max level, which means I can mount a trophy in here.
I never done nothing.
It really depends on how rare the trophy is. I think you have to go into the actual menu to see the value of it, but that's our most recent one, so it's probably valuable, I don't know. That actually only has one trophy mount. So, I'd mentioned that you have to, like, maintain houses in Fable 2 and 3. It's really as simple as walking up to them and paying money. However, the decoration aspect was completely overhauled. They had a whole furniture store. You have to walk into houses and, like, replace people's furniture individually to increase the house value. You also do it for your own home, which is nice. It made the villagers feel a lot less like playthings as well. Not that much unlike playthings, but still better. I have to go to the Guild Woods. I had to go back to the guild anyways, but if I have that last mushroom, I can turn that quest in. Not entirely sure what the reward is. Probably a silver key. Alright, I'm sitting on a crap ton of experience. Let's level up. Yeah. Yeah. We're almost at max on that. I'm gonna buy a level of this. I'm not even sure if your bow works on Twin Blade. I've never tried it. Buy a couple levels of that, and then I want also the multi-arrow. Where is it? Is there only one level of it? There it is. I'd like to try out Ghost Sword at some point, too. At 9,000, I can still level up my magic, I'm sure. Level it up plenty. Grind really ain't that bad.
A drink for me, please. A drink for me, please.
Can I have a lovely tank of
Oh, I'd like a cold drink, please. Oh, no, please.
Oh, no.
Don't do anything silly now.
Oh, no. Get out!
Are you coming along on the tour, hero? This statue is a monument to Maze, the hero mentor. You've probably
never seen
it. Statue is a monument to Maze, the corn boy. Guildwoods, that's our goal. Also, this chest over here. Should check how many keys it wants. I think it's 15. It has one of the stronger 20. This has one of the stronger weapons in the game in it. I think there was maybe 25 total in the base. So there's like 30 total now. Thing about them is you have to be sure to use them all, because there's one final demon door in the last area who wants to eat your silver keys. You give him any amount and he'll open, but obviously you're shit out of luck for opening the chest if you missed any of them.
She really likes me. Oh, and I bet she's really beautiful. Have this for your trouble. I have no more need for intoxicants, for I have found love.
Yeah, mushroom. Now, we have 4 of them, so I think we have 4 of them. Check the inventory. That's what I should do. Yeah, I have 4. Alright. Also that book I read, well, I bought, but I never read. Never mind. I think it's one of the ones that are suitable for school. So he'll read it for us. So go back to Bowerstone South. I think I'm right in front of their house.
The sky is really pretty today.
Remember.
Never mind, I have to talk to the witch at the key. Worth a shot. I really wish that they interconnected more of the areas for the remake. Like, they were done the way they were because of, you know, limitations.
You mind? We're in the middle of a...
Well, we don't really have those anymore.
It's for people who like to mash each other's brains out. And it's a place where we hone our unarmed combat skills. It's also damn good fun. Now, I'm the head of this festival.
That hair is pretty epic.
Those knuckles look plenty good to me. You're in. You up for a bit of a scrap? If you want to join in some senseless brutes, you'll stay in the ring. And if you take... So, you might... Time to...
Alright, you ready to fuck, mate?
Just knock him out.
They're actually done tiers, so I have to do the one here first. This is the weakest one. Yeah, there's like no frames in between blocking. It's a good thing, even if it does look jank. Functionality over form. Always. It'd be shitty if you failed to block an attack, even though you hit the button. Because your animation hadn't finished yet. Unless you're doing like a really skill-based game. Like parry, time block system, maybe. Not the case here, though.
Smack him at your fists!
Now, normally I kick the shit out of them. Like, I literally knock them out of the ring. And, yeah, I now realize that that's a bad idea. Because if they're blocking, don't think you really should kick them. Because it's based on the number of hits. That's what I was trying to say. So doing the flourish doesn't actually do more damage. Knocking him out of the ring just makes things take longer. The final guy is really annoying to fight because he pretty much only blocks, so it's... You have to hope that you get a flourish. And that's basically the only way to do damage to him. Once you get behind a guy, they're usually fucked. I think that's another thing about the final guy too, though. He doesn't like stagger when you punch him. 'Cause he's a fucking giant. He just calmly tells me to get back in the ring, even though he's the one fighting.
The gold's yours.
Yeah, I got Knuckles, mate. Knuckles!
Ah, yes, good. These will be perfect. Just give me a few hours and, well...
Ah, I got an epic scar on my eye.
I've got some of the potion already. Mind like a sieve, I tell you.
She didn't need to put mushrooms for the ando at all.
I'll just, put them somewhere safe. Yes. Bye now.
She just wanted to get fucked up. It wouldn't even make sense that you'd put the fucking mushroom extract in the antidote, right? That'd probably make you even more high than eating the mushroom raw.
The sky is really pretty today.
Sure you start high, boy.
I still can't believe the old woman really helped us. I'll never join another witch-burning mob after this. We won't forget your kindness, hero. Good luck with your quests.
My chest is covered in scars too. You can't really see them through the tattoo though. I can't believe I died so much in that short period of time. I really should have just quaffed all those potions. I saved her son's life and she's still quivering in fear. Yar. Yar.
I'm watching you carefully.
Watching you carefully, mate. Mate. Take your chicken this far, mate. Eh? Can you? Bet you can't, you're just a nutter. A wank. A hobknocker you is. I think it's hilarious how kids use the British insults like they're innocent just because they sound funny. But they're all really dirty. Like the wanker is calling someone a jerk off, nutter is the same way. A hobknocker means you like fuck pigs. Heroes Guild is where I wanted to go. Trying to pick up a side quest. I'm not sure how many are available to us. Maybe 2, 3. Oh, this one's available, actually. Alright. I'm confident I have level 7 accuracy. So... gonna fucking... Not sure about that. Those magic orbs are hard to dodge. No can do. I will beat the shit out of Whisper, though. Hey! Hey! Yeah! 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 Title better. What's Maleficus. That's it. I think it's like the male version of Maleficent. Or it could mean like Maleficar, which is a mage / witch. Assassin, Avatar. I guess that's more of a joke name. At the time it made me think of The Last Airbender, but it's what a character is called in a video game. Liberator, Druid, Ranger, Rune Master. Wood. Like your mom? Maybe. Saber. Pie Master. Chicken Chaser. Ass Face. Let's go with Hood.
There are more
I'm a Hood from the hood, yo. Green one? I don't think I've ever seen that kind of fairy. Not in my life. Scorpions, that's a weird one. These are our enemy that only show up like once in the game.
Such power. You've come to the
So
right
much
place.
power. Flower sack, green sack. I'll buy these. Buy all these too. They're gonna be worth money when I'm in town. Hey, own 24? Alright, whatever. Shit.
Yesterday, I saw Twinblade, the leader of the...
Leader of the bandits. Everyone talks like they're so fucking amazed with everything that's happening. Need one more crunchy chick. You know, I think I might have added some extra arrows. Guess I was wrong about that. I'm trying to think if there's any big spots I might have missed. One Orchard Farm, I guess. Maybe one Fisher's Creek. Oh. There's a couple in Orchard Farm, actually. Forgot about the gravestone. This one's maybe a sack of money or something. Nothing special. A dress.
Ah, there you are.
About time you showed up. I was going to start without you.
I was just telling your friend here, the whole orchard's overrun with hobs.
I could get rid of them myself, but it might be more fun like this. Whoever kills the most hobs gets the trophy, right?
I don't care how you do it, just stick 'em before they drink all my scrumpy. The little sods cracked open my crates down by the river at the far end of the path.
Guess that's where we should go. Race you there.
Race, you there.
Idea how much work goes into farming and making cider.
Oh no, she's beating me. Oh, oh no. Oh, how am I supposed to humble her?
You won't wait out. The hobs are... You really don't...
If you want me to shoot the hobs, then don't be in my way. Stop.
Damn! You got another one! Damn! You got another one! Damn! You got another one!
Oh.
don't wait for me.
You're not needed here, woman.
You're now renowned enough to use the sexy hero pose expression.
Ah, the ha-ha.
You have reached well-known status.
You really don't like Hobbes, do you?
Do you have any idea how much
You really don't like Hobbes, do you?
I mean, not a lot. The trees do most of the work. And I'm not sure about making cider. I guess you just juice an apple, right? And then let it sit there, ferment. But the issue is, how do they juice them?
Damn, you got another one.
I don't think it's inconceivable for there to be a juice machine. Right? Like, a flour grinder should do just fine. All you're doing is crushing something up. It's not like grapes where you gotta mash them with your feet.
You're making me look bad.
You're bad, and you should feel bad.
You really don't like Hobbes, do you? This isn't fair.
Oh, you bitch!
But you're still ahead.
You embarrassed me in front of my friends.
You really don't like Hobbes. Ow! The Hobbes are your target, not me. You really don't like Hobbes, do you? Ow! The Hobbes are your target, not me.
Well done. You really taught the Hobbes a lesson. They'll think twice before they try stealing from me again.
Not bad. Don't think it'll be easy next time, though. I suppose the trophy is yours, then. For now. I've had enough of this. Maybe the guild has something more interesting for me.
We'd better make a move now and check on the damage.
Does that just gotta kick her ass? I'm not sure about that other big spot, if there was one. Oh, but there was the fishing spot. Might be somewhere out here. The HUD will tell me. I guess not. Can't really think of any other spots. Let's see. Back to the guild, I guess. We'll do the Hobbe Cave. Again. I didn't think that it was available this early on, otherwise I would have waited. Probably got some experience from that. No Protec, easy. Oh, Scratch, absolutely not. Not happening. This fighter, no. Cave Dweller, kill the inhabitant of the cave. Gets me 500. A Sacrifice Innocent also gets me 500. I think I get an extra reward if I don't do the sacrifice, so I'll kill the inhabitant. Not allow the boy to be harmed. Yeah, that's even harder than not getting hit. Affecting an NPC? Are you kidding me?
Oh, hello there, hero.
I'm looking for someone to take me to Orchard Farm. I'll pay you if you helps me. Here's the deal, see? You get a quarter of the fee now, and the rest when we get there in one piece. Just talk to me again if you decide to escort me.
It's on the way.
Oh, you'll take me to Orchard. Use your follow when we get if you want. Oh, but try...
Follow.
Right. Let's get going.
He's stuck on the other NPCs.
Nothing to do with me.
You ready to continue yet?
You son of a
Lead
bitch.
the way, hero.
I guess I'm not allowed to run or something. Just missed the statue.
Yes, this looks like the right way.
Your looks are, Oh. Oh. You sure?
I didn't mean to shoot him. This time.
Hang on a bit. Hang on. No, I'm running out of breath.
You're a traitor and you can't even walk a small distance. This one's Orchard Farm, right? Yeah. Easy.
Well, we're here. Not a scratch on me. Well, you've earned this gold. Oh, and here's a bonus for the hard work.
Yeah, working hard. That was done. I'm gonna walk there, take the long way. Just, so I can check for dig spots and whatnot. The Rose Cottage has one, that's where I can go. It's actually where I'm going. And my nose is really itchy, it's bugging the fuck out of me. Kinda itch where it feels like something's crawling up it. Big spot, apparently. Golden carrot? I wonder if there's anything special about them. I should read the description. I think they might just make you lose a lot of weight. Kinda like tofu. But they could be something else. Seems like I only find them in dig spots or anything that's special. Under produce. Golden carrot? Material doesn't chase away the night's dark and bring daylight to the world. Feels like the moonfish, it advances time.
Ha ha!
Oh, fuck. Die! No, I didn't want to eat the chick.
Follow. Follow.
God, I'm so ugly. Discrimination is... Really, it's never been a worse time to be Twink. See, these bandits are getting kind of chunky now. They've tiered up. I think that one's actually holding a master pick. Makes me wonder if it's even dependent on your story progress or not. Maybe it's based on what weapons you have available. Just in case you decide to buy something OP early on. Be a smart way to do it. Or your character level even, that'd make more sense. You know, since my accuracy is almost maxed out, I can obviously handle it. Area doesn't really repopulate with bandits. It's actually kind of safe until I cleared it out, which means I might run into a traitor. If I happen to pass one who's going by the door, I'll be able to murder him. Damn. We'll see.
This is...
I thought it was 5. It might be 3. What do I know? My fucking controller being weird. What do you think of that, door?
This...
What do you think of this? That was quite the snack. Damn it. Check for dig spots. It actually changes run animation. It looks more normal. You used to just like hold your 2 hands out in front of you and just jog. It's actually good form for long distance running. And I learned that by being a fucking nerd. Because I thought that was how you ran for the longest time, so that's how I run. My gym teacher told me it was good. Mostly because it helps keep your back straight, which is like really good for your breathing. So if you're going for speed, you definitely want to pump your arms. It helps, like, fling your body once you're airborne. About shifting your weight forward. I thought there was like a corpse with a potion or something around there. Maybe I grabbed it already though. Look, like there's anybody traveling. Maybe it's because I have the quest active. When you dig in one of these rings, it's almost always a key. Make them very obvious because they're an important collectible rather than just some treasure.
James, is that you? Oh, James is my grandson. You have to find him. He's the only relative I have left. Such a sweet, helpful boy. I don't know how I'd manage without him. I knew this would happen. He's gone back to those caves. I just know. He got quite a scare for the things he saw down there last time, I can tell you. But he did bring back some gold. Oh, and he found something else while he was there. I don't know what it's for, but it might be useful. Here.
Alright, the key.
Please.
It's actually weird that the door was open without it.
What I would do if anything happened to him.
Alright, great way to farm out our melee experience. Maybe test out multi-strike. That'll be cool, right? I've only heard that this is incredibly OP. Again, I've never really used it personally.
Help!
Help! There's a bandito in here. Yeah, that fucked him up. It hit him like 4 times. Probably because I made it level 3. Get out of here, mate. What?
Hey, get me out of here. Thanks, mate. It was rather embarrassing getting caught by those Hobbes. Me and the lads were searching the caves for treasure. Legends say it's full of their stuff. Well protected, too. They caught us and stuck us in cages. Been taking us away one by one ever since. I don't know what they did to the rest, but I heard screams that'd chill your blood. But hey, less people, bigger share, right? So, what do you say we go looking together?
You know, you're not wearing shoes. I'm not wearing shoes. It makes us like bros.
Can't we go faster? These caves are filled with Hobbes. Must have been guarding something. Watch out. Those nasty buggers like
I already opened the chest in there, but when you do go in there, you'll be like, ah, yeah, this chest is hard to open. And then you open it and you see it's just a potion. You're like, yeah, you can keep it. Owie.
This is more like it. I've nowhere to put it, so you can carry the gold. For now. Want my share as soon as we're out of here, though. Don't forget some of that's mine.
This guy wishes I'd sooner cut his head off than cut the money. Fishing? There's no ripple. Still a prompt though. That's where you would use the key, I guess, because it's got the big lock on it.
Don't think you want to go down there.
If I tried to come here before picking it up, would have told me it was locked. This kid actually has a unique character model. I don't know why. Could have easily used the little bug kid again.
You wish to take the child? I will not give him up. The sacrifice must proceed. Provide an alternative human, and I may release him.
Nah.
Before I take you as well.
Nah.
Stop hitting me!
Right, so that was the cave dweller. I could have swapped out my companion, assumed they lived. But I didn't do that because I'm a great guy with horns. I would assume that cave dweller was trying to make another Hobbe. I did say there what happened to missing children, so it's a bit of a lore thing. You notice they has the voice of the kid we beat up before. I wouldn't be surprised if he's actually the same person. So they don't really care enough to tell you. In reality, it's just little boy voice because there aren't really children walking around towns. The Bowerstone South, of course.
Did you see that thing? I thought she was going to eat me.
Mismatched voice. And it gets spawned out of nowhere. I guess it relates to when the kid enters the zone. Stop. It's a multi-strike at it. Speaking of which, do I happen to have any of those multiplier potions? I don't. Just keep going. I'm guessing that they're infinite. Come here, you little bitch. Oh, I think he's afraid of me. Well, let's hope that he comes through the door. So many of them. Kid took a hit. I almost got away with it. Good thing I didn't take the bet though. I knew it wasn't gonna happen. Paint lining is actually incredibly useful here, but I haven't leveled mine up at all, so it only hits one guy.
You can see the light.
Here's where we split up. Hand over my share of the gold, and I'll be on my way. 300 should do it. You did get me out after all.
Nah.
No one double crosses me and lives. Come on.
It's this way.
Gummy. Gummy.
I thought I'd never breathe fresh air again.
Follow.
Gummy. Make him suffer for trying to extort me. You don't think I deserve that 300 for saving your life? Pal? Huh? Think you're bigger than me? You're objectively not. Oh my god, guys, like, this is literally me when I get double-crossed. So fucking weak. Alright. Eventually you can kill with your fist, but I think that you actually only knock people out. You're weak. Similarly, so in Fable 2, you have the ability to slap people as one of your emotes, and once your strength is high enough, you can actually kill someone with a fully charged slap.
Wait,
Pretty
you're not gonna leave me
hilarious.
with her, are you? You think the nymph was bad? My granny is worse.
Whose idea did you think it was to go into those caves in the first place? Well, I'm not standing for it much longer. First chance I get, I'm out of here. I'll have to pick up a few things first, though. And I suppose you want your reward. Don't tell her what I said, though. Come on.
Green Witch might have a deal going. Might not even be her grandson. I think that it's like a...
Go and see if Granny's there.
Oh, thank you for returning my grandson, Hero. What a face.
There's a trophy. You won't want Baron on the bite.
Hey, what's going on? I demand you stop right now. Why are you running away?
No, I can't actually kill her. Oh well. I was gonna say, I think it's like a Hansel and Gretel thing. Suspicious witch in the woods. Trying to sacrifice her grandson. You could also have something to do with the Rose Cottage itself. Maybe it's a story in Britain I'm unfamiliar with. A horror story.
Your looks are greetings.
Am I famous yet?
Gone.
Follow.
Am I famous?
Follow.
Oh boy, let's see. Where's my dress? I look pretty.
You look like the inside of
Follow.
a nose.
Follow.
Generous and kind. I understand.
Huh?
Follow.
Oh, I know this is enough to get the boys off on Pornhub Live.
Follow. Follow.
I get it.
Follow. Follow.
I understand.
Follow. Follow.
I get it.
Follow.
Ah, boy.
Hood.
Follow.
Good night.
Follow.
I bow
Follow.
to your magnificence.
God damn it. Alright. I really think this would be so fucking scary. Where's my pirate outfit at? Is there anything that can increase my attractiveness? 51. Try that. An additional 51. Yeah. So this is my best looking outfit. Let's see.
Follow.
Masterfulness.
Follow.
I get it.
Follow. Follow.
My
Follow. Follow.
overlord.
Follow.
I get
Follow.
it.
Oh well.
No, please.
We tried. Let's see, where do I want to go now? I obviously can't get anyone to follow me, so I can't do Chapel of Storm. Can't do that Demon Door either. I might have enough money to buy the house. I did just do 2 side quests. Otherwise, it might be at a wrap-up point, because
I'm watching you carefully.
you know it's time to do another main mission, especially not the next one, which is longer than normal. Take a look at the shop here. Plenty of money. I can definitely buy that house. Go to Oakvale. Trying to become real estate kings. Quicker to get there from here. Ah, oh, and I have all those flower sacks and stuff. I bought near Bowerstone, so they should be worth more here. But the stores are closed, and looks like time's passing, so there we go. If I choose to stop renting this out, I can sleep in the bed. I'll put a trophy here. One actually has 2 trophy mounts. It's a lot more valuable than the Bowerstone house. The whole head. Whatnot. Imagine seeing that as soon as you walk in. I think it literally just passed the time 12 hours. General store, where we want to go. Oh, look how big that potion is. Got a whole human soul in it. Would ever have guessed?
All breakages must be paid for.
They'll want misc. Some people say mice, but they're wrong. Miscellaneous. There we go, brain sacks. Yeah, these are fucking worthless.
Yesterday, I saw Twinblade, the leader of the bandits.
You wouldn't dare. Selling? All you don't see, you do not see. You must see. You must see. You must see. When we get the arena, it's actually very good to have a high guile skill by then. they have a lot of high-tier equipment just sitting out in the open. You're able to steal it, which is difficult to do with all the people around. Well, you get yourself some pretty good shit.
Don't try anything.
I didn't actually get to sell those sacks, so I can't upgrade this. I guess we'll go back to the guild, spend whatever experience we have, and we'll call it a day. Got a handful of things done. Opened up some demon doors I didn't think I'd actually get around to doing. Got a dope-ass weapon, became OP. We're not even that far yet. Push multi-strike lasts for more than one hit, but getting me my magic experience by spamming it. You see he has blue lines on him. Try this, why not? And this, it'll probably help. Hold the right trigger, then press Y to cycle through. Oh. It had Y available, like, you were able to bind to it. I guess that's not the case.
Rubbish! Oh, what's he up to now?
Yeah, I guess I'm okay with that.
With a nose?
Because these are like cast and forget type things, and these are more active. I don't really care about the lightning being there.
Get out of here! What a big bogey.
I don't think I've ever been this hated before. One ugly sumbitch, though. Alright guys, that's enough for today. I actually overshot it on time. Didn't mean to do that. I don't know when I'll be back. Maybe Wednesday. Tuesday, Wednesday are when I'm off, so probably Wednesday. I'll see y'all then.